Hello, everyone, and welcome to Travelers Podcast, episode number 16, featuring Miss Moonvald. I am your moderator and co-host, The Helmet Fire. Joining me this evening is Erik Digital, CrayZJaye, Contrabang, Angel Zero, and of course, like I said, our guest, Miss Moonvald. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Good.
Awake.
Awesome. You got to go a little bit more finesse. At least read the Twitter profile. Lead manager for Planet Destiny, artist and crafter, Twitch broadcaster, Omari Witch, space magic enthusiast.
This is why Contra's here.
I have a question. Why exactly is a space magic enthusiast? Because that sounds like the kind of party I would like to go to.
Tell us
It's just a warlock party, just a voidlock party, you know.
Yes, warlock mains for life. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, time of my life.
Yep, I'm with you.
Well,
Everyone else on the show is against me.
I think I've gone to those. I just
whatever.
don't remember what happened.
Yeah.
I'm done with Planet Destiny now. Run by a warlock. Okay, bye guys.
As per Travelers Podcast protocol, we do not discriminate against classes here. So we will be having none of it.
Unless you're a
Warlock for
hunter.
life.
Yeah,
Unless you're a hunter. Right.
I'm a hunter. So.
Me, freaking hunters. I don't know.
That's okay. I'm a warlock.
Actually, I've gone through different phases. I started as a warlock
Yeah.
and switched to Titan, and now I'm a hunter.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've got one of
Yeah.
each technically, but when fresh new expansions drop, I obviously am biased and cater to
I got 2 of each.
the best. So 2 of each. Oh right, yeah. She plays on double systems. I forgot. That's crazy.
Oh God, you
That's
got
some
6 of them. You're
commitment.
that kind. Yeah, you're the worst kind of guardian.
I don't think I could do
Pretty much.
that. I don't have the time. I'm barely having the
It's
time these
been
days.
so
Protect
hard.
the light.
Even doing
Twice.
it on one console, especially lately with how much the grind is. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
The grind
So,
be
Moonvald,
grindy.
what is your main console or
My main console, PS4,
system?
because I'm a broke human and I can't afford a PC. But if I could,
Same
boy,
here.
would I.
Same
She
here.
had to mention the PC because I was gonna go.
Um,
Yes, see, I'm an Xbox owner.
I'm
Oh.
on
Broke
low.
PS4 owner.
I mean, if
Technically, I have D2 on Xbox, but I don't have anything leveled up there, so pretend it doesn't exist.
if it was up to me, I would rather have 60 frames a second at like 720 or 480p just to get the 60 frames. I would really take a hit on resolution if I could just get the 60 frames, man.
You know,
Can you imagine what that would look
It
like,
would
though?
look terrible. It'd be like the
Yeah.
Xbox 360
yeah.
again on D1,
I mean, I just avoid nowadays looking at those streamers with high-end PCs because it's extremely
Jealous.
frustrating to be like, oh my God, look at those graphics, and then come
Juicy.
to your own and be like,
Juicy
come on.
graphics.
Yeah, it's like watching a horse in a racetrack and then going home in a mule. You know, you're like,
Oh,
come on, console, come on.
oh no.
You know,
Yeah,
I
for
bought-
me, it's like, I don't know, all my friends play on PC, so that's what makes me the most frustrated about it. But
I hate to
the
meet your
will
friends.
split up.
yeah.
I
Oh,
That
bought
must be
friends
great
on
at that
Xbox.
bars.
I'll see.
Hey, we did the raid on Destiny.
Well,
Yeah, look at you.
Jay and Contra are still mad at me because when D2 came out, I switched from being an Xbox main to a PS4 main for the
Traitor.
exclusive because I'm a sellout. And
You made the right choice.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, in all fairness, I did it for machinima purposes because I didn't want to be locked out of content. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, okay? Don't judge
Yeah.
me.
Here's your story.
Yeah.
Mine and helmet.
Yeah.
We're gonna make this
Alright.
one happen now.
So,
All right, Moonvald.
yeah.
So, how long have you been? I'm taking over the questions, buddy. Yeah, I
Go
got
for it.
questions.
Go for it,
I got
dude.
questions.
That's what I've been waiting on. What took you so
AMA.
long? Yeah, AMA.
How long have you been streaming?
How long have I been streaming? Oh God, since like 2016.
Oh, nice.
Like July 2016. Yeah, I went
What got you hooked?
to RTX, which is Rooster Teeth's convention down in Austin, Texas. And I just talked to a whole bunch of people and I was like, you know what? I could stream. I could do stuff online and have a presence and make cool content and have fun and have a community. So I was like, I don't know, man. I just went home and made a Twitch and it's,
All uphill from there, huh?
all
Yeah,
uphill
but
from there, yeah.
But isn't that cool though? Like the internet I mean, there's no one to tell you you can't do anything. There's no blockade, no middleman. You know,
You
can
have to
just
be
That is true.
yourself.
you can just.
I mean,
do
people
that.
will try to tell you you can't do. Believe
Oh,
me,
yeah.
but you know what I say to those people? Ha, ha, ha! Look at me now.
I was
Yeah,
gonna go
pretty
with the
much.
song. Yeah, look at me now.
Yeah.
Look at me now. Okay.
I'm still not getting paper, but you know, next best thing. So,
Yeah, the only make it rain I can do is on Fortnite.
oh yeah,
Oh,
Fortnite. I don't know her.
You know.
I'm sorry.
So Moon, like you, so aside, so tell us about. All right, we're gonna get to the Planet Destiny stuff in a second, but I was curious, like, you know, as far as your streaming, like, what kind of content do you stream? Like, you do some art on the side too, right? You're a bit of an artist, or what's your involvement in all that?
Yeah, so I'm a person of many hats. I wear many hats. I do a lot of illustration and graphic design. On the side, I do some traditional art stuff. I paint, just crap like that, right? And that's another way for me to kind of sustain myself. But as far as streaming goes, I don't know. I try to keep it chill most of the time. It's never super high octane or anything, but
high
you know,
octane streaming with Moonvald.
I just try to make it a place where, yeah, God, no, never.
We gotta get some.
I
Like,
don't have enough energy for
like
that.
some death metal, like when you start up the stream, just you know, like
Screaming.
hardcore art with Moonvald. Let's go.
That would be epic.
I could see it. Yeah.
That would be epic. If only I had the energy for it. I
Nim
do
would
not.
show up. You know,
But-
he'd support that.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, he would.
Yeah.
He would. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just try to keep my stream like chill. Nice place for people to come hang out and chat.
Very
You know?
nice.
I can relate.
So, Planet Destiny. So, Planet Destiny's been around a long time, obviously. Very well-known name in the community. So, if you wouldn't mind, tell us, like, how did you get into coming into the ownership of it? And, you know, tell us about that whole journey, if you could.
If I could.
For those that don't know who you are, perhaps. Or
Sure.
what your involvement with PD is.
Yeah. So last year, I met Nem through mutual friend Duba Plays.
Yep, I know Duba.
He makes music. He does a bunch of cool stuff. I met Nem through him, and I became friends with Nem. And one night we were talking about just making stuff, and I was like, "Man, you know, I really just want to do more. I really want to get involved with this community. Destiny means a lot to me on just so many levels, and I would like to kind of be more involved." And Nem was kind of like, "I got you." So he talked to the then manager, and after a couple of exchanged emails and some audio quality auditioning, I don't know what you want to call it, I was on board. And from there, that was about in September of last year. August, September. Yeah. From there, I just helped host the podcast. I did some videos here and there. Yeah, just that sort of thing. And then the manager at the time, again, decided that he wanted to move on.
Mhm.
Just with the state Destiny was in back in like March.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah. He was like, "I can't do this anymore. I can't, like, you know, sustain myself. I can't make a living off this," which is fine. I you know, like, everybody's got their own path to walk, and nobody really.
Well, there's no blame to be had, right? Because, like, everybody, I mean, you saw it, streamers decoupled themselves from the brand. All kinds of content creators did the same thing. You know, it was a really rough time for the franchise, for sure. Hello? Oh, seems like everything.
Girlfriend's account. There you go.
There we go.
Okay.
Is everyone back?
Hello, yes.
Hello.
Yeah, you were the
Okay.
one gone.
That was weird. I'm not sure where it cut out.
All
Just
right,
like,
so
bye.
moving on with the question.
Yeah, let's move on. No, sorry about that.
So, but it's a pretty big web property in terms of
Mhm.
traffic and information, YouTube videos. There's a whole lot of content from Planet Destiny, the social media profile. It generates buzz for the game. So, what is different now that you're going to be managing that project? Is there any difference in focus going forward?
Oh, for sure. As far as focus goes, Planet Destiny has always been a resource, and I say this a lot. Like, it's a resource for information, right? And we don't want to change that. We want Planet Destiny to still be a place where you can go to learn about the game and hear different opinions and read reviews and guides and all that sort of stuff. But going forward, I have taken steps to integrate into the community more, make it more community focused. Instead of just being, having Planet Destiny be this kind of entity that sort of is faceless and kind of, I don't want to say impersonal, but it's more just been a resource than like a place for a community to hang out. So we've, made a Discord, we've started up some clans, and we're just doing everything we can to connect with the Destiny community. So that's my main goal going forward, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So how about because everybody that owns a blog and has a blog or a YouTube channel, they want to be first to market, first mover to whatever. They have the guide at 4 a.m. That was a big thing. I remember when Xur started coming out, people would have videos already done by the time I would wake up. I'm like, I'm never going to be able to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, how is that into your landscape with updates and game and everything that's coming out? And for example, now with the new DLC that's coming, would that something that you are going to be getting into? Talking about new missions, giving walkthroughs?
Yeah, for sure. And we still do. We make guides. We upload reset videos every week. We still do that sort of thing, right? And with Forsaken coming, there's going to be a lot more content for us to cover.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to do, again, our very best to do that in a timely manner. We did a little bit with Warmind. We did some weapon reviews and stuff like that. It's not always easy to get everything out before everybody else, and I obviously can't promise that to anybody, especially when you work on a giant team and everybody lives in different time zones, and most of my team works full-time outside of this, so that is definitely a struggle, but we always want to focus on the quality of our content rather than trying to rush it, but we also have to balance it at the same time. It's kind of a fine line to walk, I guess, but yeah.
It is. I mean, when you have a publication that depends a lot on these deadlines for every week, I mean, it's not like a newspaper that you have a deadline for every day, 6 o'clock in the morning before production or printing goes
Thank
on.
God, right?
I mean, those were
some stuff is like Xur videos have an expiration date daily, that's for sure, like things like that, but yeah.
I mean, people are every Friday opening apps or going online and typing in where is Xur, and you want to get first because you want to be on that search engine result on top of Polygon and all those other sites.
Yeah, for sure.
Even Forbes writing about video games now is kind of a big thing, because not only does a publication like Forbes lend credence to the market, but it also puts you in a different competitive landscape. No more is your content about what your subjective experiences with the game, but you also have to deliver a certain level of professionalism and journalistic experience when you do this.
Oh yeah.
What's your background with that?
With like journalism and stuff like that?
Yes.
I did take a couple journalism classes in high school, but that's about it. I have a lot of writing experience as well. I also did a lot of work at a radio station back in what would have been my college years, I guess. I never went to college. I'm an uneducated fool, but no, we did underwriting.
There is no such thing.
Community things at a nonprofit radio station. So,
well, you do have a voice for radio.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
It's
it.
funny you mentioned that, Contra, because Moonvald just recently did a voiceover piece with My Name is Bife. If you haven't heard it, you should definitely check that out. That was awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
I have actually reached out to Moonvald about possibly doing some voiceover work for future Machinima stuff.
Ooh.
We can definitely talk about that stuff later. But no,
I was meeting the man of mystery himself.
No,
King of lore.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How was that meeting Bife? Or was
Bife?
it just over a phone call or something?
Yeah. So it was put together by a team that was kind of, I guess, working on some Music of the Spheres related project before, Bungie decided, oh, we're actually going to release Music of the Spheres. So they were like, well, okay. So they just, they're working on this other project instead. But what it was is a collection of poetry that was auxiliary to Music of the Spheres when it was first composed several years ago, right? And they're all based on kind of the planets, the heavenly spheres, and the mythos sort of surrounding them and how that relates to destiny and stuff like that. So the organizers for that project had me and Bife narrate that poetry, because each poem had two parts. Like they had a light and a dark, a day and a night sort of part. And I did one half and Bife did the other half. So yeah.
That's really, really
Eric,
cool.
no.
Yeah,
Oh my
Eric,
God,
Eric
what is
What's going on?
For those of you listening to the podcast, we are having issues on Discord where people are dropping in and out. So just stay tuned. If you don't listen to any of the other voices, they shall come back in a moment.
Please stand by.
Please stand by.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Will the real Erik
Have the
Digital
red pill.
please stand up?
I'm coming.
No.
Anyways, you can move on without me.
Yeah. No.
I'll just be the clock.
So,
Keeps spinning.
just kind of a quick off-topic note that's semi-related. So, for the listeners out there, myself and CrayZJaye did attend Guardian Con. So, and Jay, I don't know if you got to meet Moon, but I got to meet her, as well as the rest of the PD crew that was there, the Black Link and Danfinity. Moon, correct me. Mega and Fallout are not regular hosts, but they've been on the show quite a lot.
Yeah, Mega is actually just resigning from the show. So, yeah.
And then Fallout was part of it for a little while, I think, right?
He was part of it for quite a long time.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was before your acquisition, I believe, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
But I got to meet all you folks at the Guardian Con, and that's kind of how we networked and were able to have Miss Moon on this evening. And now, as far as the collaboration with Bife, so you've met him before. Did you go to Guardian Con last year, or was it just this year was the first year?
It's actually funny you mentioned that. I didn't even get to meet him this year. He was so swamped and constantly surrounded by people. I stood 3 feet away from him at one point, but he was just so busy talking. And I looked at him and I was like, I want to say hi, but he's so busy. And then I looked at my friend and I was like, I just can't do this. And then later on, I told him about it, and he's like, "Why didn't you just elbow your way through and tell me?" And I was like, "I'm sorry." It was kind of a bummer, but maybe next year. Hopefully, no, I will talk to him next year. I'll make a point to.
Go ahead.
But no, yeah, that's all. That's it.
Oh yeah, I tweeted out to the Guardian Con Twitter account to ask him because I was like, I don't think they announced anything for next year yet, and they confirmed that with me. They said, yeah, we haven't actually put any official information, so we don't know, when they're going to do it next year. They're probably still trying to set up venues and who knows what else. That has got to be a logistical nightmare to set up.
For sure. I can't even begin to imagine what that's like.
It was a lot of fun though. It really was.
Oh yeah. I was sleep deprived the entire time.
Did you get to play Gambit?
Oh Christ, no! Do you think I was gonna stand on that concrete floor for 5 hours? No.
No, Jay,
I guess I'm the only fool who did that. Who never
and you didn't get to play either.
Listen. You are a better human being than I, because there was just no way I could convince myself to do that.
Yeah.
Again, I was extremely tired the entire time too. So.
You said yourself, yeah, I was pissed.
Yeah, it was kind of like we walk in there, and of course, like a stampede, you know. This guy with the bullhorns, like ready, set, go, and then you know, it's like Walking Dead zombies coming at you or something, or maybe like World War Z type zombies. They were fast, you know.
They were fast.
Like, they were
Yeah,
really
I
fast.
actually
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
stood next to Cosmo as he held his phone up over the crowd as they stampeded in. It was a little bit surreal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
It's crazy.
So speaking of crazy, we got tons. Oh my God, Forsaken is bringing. I'm just gonna call it a new freaking game. All the changes they're implementing, all the add-ons, and this, that, and the other. It's a lot. Now we're not gonna cover all that this episode. We've covered quite a bit of it extensively already. But last week's TWAB did have some new stuff to talk about. Redrix is a huge controversial topic. We're gonna talk about that towards the latter end of the show. Really quickly though. And there was some leaks that seem to be proven to be true. We're not going to go over those just to, you know, we're not the spoiler cast, so we're not going to delve into any of that. Just in case the listeners were worried. Yeah. So the Gambit mode will have a ranking system called Infamy, and it's going to work similarly to the ranking system in Crucible we have now, except each tier, like Legend, Brave, and Mythic and all that, is going to have, like, you know, Mythic 1, Mythic 2, Mythic 3, and then you move up, something sort of like that. It says each rank will require more Infamy points to complete than the last. Win streaks award bonus points. Your win streak caps at 5 and doesn't get reset until you lose a match. So that's really cool. Like, they're adding some features, some replayability to the mode, which is really awesome. And they're going to have their own ranking system with bounties and its own loot and stuff. You know, what's everybody's thoughts on, you know, Gambit and the new system they're implementing with that?
I'm excited. I can't wait till Gambit. I'm excited. I just can't wait. This bring me September 4th. Come on, let's do it. I'm ready.
He's like, you know what? I'm just tired of talking about it. I just want it now.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it too. Like, I
think everybody is.
I just want it in my hands. Like, please.
Like, I understand their positioning from a marketing standpoint, and you know, they start marketing it really early, but they kind of have to, especially with the state Destiny 2 was in. You know, it makes sense that they have so much, and they're spending more than a month or two to talk about it. You know, they kind of have to, but at the same time, I'm like, just can you just hurry up already? Like, just give me now. Like, you know, like,
I'm already sold. Just give it to me.
yeah, I know you have my money already, right? It's like, come on, you know. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot of new weapons and armor and stuff to earn. Right now, though, in the present, we have one more week of Solstice to grind. So if you have armor you still need to finish, go ahead and hurry up and get that done. I know I'm still finishing up my 2 alts. I'm still trying to finish those up. But right now we have a really cool thing they added for Crucible Labs called Scorch. And their words exactly were, you get a Scorch cannon, the enemy gets a Scorch cannon, and you blow each other up. It's that simple. So have y'all had a chance to get your hands on this today? What do y'all think?
Yes.
I played
Oh my god, it is so fun.
Yeah.
It is so crazy. I've discovered my favorite thing with this game mode.
What's that?
Is to be a Titan with the Lion Rampant and Catapult.
And just fly around.
It's great. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You cannot be on the ground in that game mode. That is the first thing I
Oh, yeah.
discovered.
I think we're so
Will die
pre-programmed in PvE to use it while jumping, and this is like, for folks that never played D1, the Scorch Cannon is not new. It came in Destiny 1, and actually was a huge mechanic in the Wrath of the Machine Raid and Rise of Iron. And we're just so pre-programmed to jump. So literally when I loaded up, it was the same thing. I just immediately got off the ground. I just knew it's a jumping game. So
I haven't played it yet. Is there like crazy amounts of aim assist like there is, or like
No.
there was?
No.
no, it's a
isn't?
straight
No.
line. That thing just
Okay.
wherever you
Okay,
let
so
go of
it's
it,
not-
straight
Yeah,
line.
you have to lead people too. Like, it's
Okay.
there's
no-
there's no aim assist.
Not hit scan. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, I'm
So
glad
your
there's no
best
hit
bet to when something is either use like rocks and blow it up next to them, or blow it up like almost directly on them. Because if you blow it up underneath them, it will not do anything.
No. It's very, very satisfying to stick people too with the.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to do that. I was trying to like shoot the wall in the hallway and wait on them to run past it, but that thing is actually so loud and so bright they can see it and hear it, you know. Well, at least I think so. I don't know if the beeping they can hear. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Discovering too that like there's a new noise that you make when you die. It feels like it's just this loud crunch and then an explosion.
Like burning, like you're...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard that one before.
It is pretty satisfying.
Yeah.
I'll offer a little bit of a different opinion about it. So I really like it. Obviously, it's fun for, like, I understand the purpose of it. I think I'm gonna get bored with it really quickly, though.
Yeah.
Now, to that being said, I think the reason would probably be I want them to add on to it, like maybe it's control, but so take the game as it is now, but then just add points we have to capture. Like, give me something else to do. Like, imagine control, but it's still just scorch cannons. Like, how much crazier that would be, right?
Oh God.
No, that would be cool though. Like, instead of just aimlessly trying to get a kill, like I personally got bored with it after a few matches because there wasn't, like, it's a cool gimmick. It's fun, but I don't think in its current state it has a lot of replay value. So I would like to see them take this and add to it. You know, I don't want them to get rid of it. Like, I think they got something good there. They just need to keep going with it. You know, so that's just kind of my take on it. So. Anyone
points
else
would be so crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I think it needs some sort of objective-based point to like keep the interest there.
I mean, even what's the kill confirmed version of that I hate so much? What's that?
Supremacy.
Supremacy. Yeah. Even if it was Supremacy with scorch cannons, like it's kind of like I look at scorch cannons as bacon. Like, bacon makes everything better, right? Like, it's still fun. You know, but I still need something the hell to do, you know? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Anyway. So we got Scorched. That's going on this week. So, yeah, try it out if you haven't. It is a blast. It really is. I totally recommend it. I would love to see Bungie expand on this with maybe, like, the Vogue Relic. I would love to see a game mode where maybe we just had the Vogue Relic, or maybe, like, this hodgepodge of a game mode where we go in and it's nothing but relics. Like where's the new... Rasputin javelin, the Valkyrie. Like, how cool would that be? Cool. You know, we all get javelins. Like,
yes,
that'd be great, right?
I did that one.
Sign me up. Like, so much fun.
Yeah, like if I imagine someone's coming up with a scorch cannon, I just freaking just nail them in the face with a javelin from, like, I map them with the javelin. Like, how satisfying would that be? You know,
and then throw some hive swords in.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like, imagine like the Vogue Relic,
the
Vogue Relic, the Crota Sword, the Javelin, and the Scorch Cannon. Is there any other relics that?
Now that would be
could have
crazy.
like the.
You put it all in combined arms.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, with vehicles?
That was so much fun.
Dude, imagine blowing up a vehicle with a javelin. That'd be sick.
Oh my God, it'd be so cool.
Or you Scorch Cannon, but you hold it. So the interceptor is driving past somebody with a freaking Scorch Cannon bullet, and then you let it go. You know, like remote detonate it.
Oh my God. That would be so crazy. Oh,
like
Bungie make it happen.
Bungie just...
It's like a toy box mode sort of thing.
Yeah, that'd be the Guardian toy box mode. Yeah. Yes.
Great.
I want it. Give me now.
That's real mayhem right there. Chaos game mode.
So one more quick public service announcement. We did touch on this last week, but I want to reiterate it one more time and I'll probably do it again next week before all this because, you know, for the viewers. Forsaken Preparation, okay? Exotic weapons will lose their +5 power mod in preparation for Year 2 system, but legendary weapons will not until September 4th. Nightfall Strikes will not have scoring until September 4th. This is all starting on the 28th, by the way. Some tooltips and item descriptions may reflect Year 2 item behavior, even if the functionality is not updated until the 4th. Year 2 weapon slots will be live for all players, which may cause some weapons in players' inventories to go to their postmaster. So, it says all players should ensure their postmasters are clear by the 28th to prevent loss of items. That's very important. Just want to bring that up. Some Year 1 power weapons which previously had an elemental attribute will become kinetic. Elemental attributes for a handle of targeted Year 1 weapons will be changed and locked to a specific attribute for Year 2, and all other Year 1 energy and power weapons in players' inventories will have their element attributes locked for Year 2. So if you want 3 of the Manananan or whatever, do it now. Just put them in your vault. Keep them ready because they are going to be locked. So with that out of the way, 28th is going to bring a lot of cool changes, and then of course the following week on the 4th is when we get to Avenge Cade, that dirty bastard Aldrin. I'm going to kill him. Yeah.
I mean, I personally am not too worried about weapons getting locked. I mean, you're bound to have new stuff, new weapons. I think the developers have heard a lot of the community's feedback on that, and you can see it with the famous bow and a lot of the other weapons that they showed off during the demos. I'm not too worried. Even my favorite tools to use on a daily basis, I will not care if it's there or not. To me, it's like you said, it's a new game. Let's just enjoy the experience.
Something else that a lot of people may not have caught is there are 9 new supers coming to the game, but we are only going to get to unlock one of the new subclasses to start with, and then they are later going to introduce the other ones. So I guess we're going to be able to pick which, like if I start on my Warlock, I'm supposedly going to be able to pick which of the 3 new ones I want, and then the other 2 remaining will be divvied out or time gated or whatever later. They haven't disclosed when or how long that's going to be, but you apparently will get a choice of which one to start off with. And Warlock main, I'm getting the Kamehameha Blast. I don't give a shit about anything else right now. Like I need that in my life.
That's tough for me because I'm a hunter and I want to avenge Cade and represent Cade.
Golden gun, huh?
Yeah, but then I also want the Night Stalker super. So I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not married to Cade.
Like,
so
I want
let's
to
just move on
finish
the
off
story.
Odin with a knife.
I am.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's stay with Cade for a sec. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I want to finish off.
What you got, Angel?
No, but on the topic of Cade, the quote-unquote troll quest
Oh, Lord.
in the tower.
I know, right?
Okay, so we get this ramen ticket, right? Ramen coupon. And there is some lore on
There's a giant lore tab.
coupon. Yeah, huge.
I need
And
to read that.
specifically, because I'm on Destiny right now, there are parts in it, like, for example, the end, it says, from Cade, and he spells out his name, +6, not 7.
You're like,
So,
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there that you're kind of like, is this Cade just being an idiot, or is this Cade like, what are you saying, Cade?
yeah, and I'm pretty sure this is like Bungie's way of saying, we heard you, we heard you talk about, oh, is Cade 7 going to be a thing now? Because it's not going to be Cade 6 because he's dead, right? But is Cade 7 going to be a thing? And then I think this is Bungie's way kind of saying, oh, no, shut that down real quick.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe.
You should.
it also says, I've got some caches that need to be found that are muy caliente, right?
That's what he says. It says that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It says
Yeah,
that?
it says,
So,
I
Muy
can totally
caliente.
picture that Cade voice right now. Muy caliente.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
so it's like, are there caches we need to find later? Or
Well,
he
I
just
can say this.
saying
DMG on he posted on Reddit that he did shut it down. He said there is no second step. So
Yeah.
it literally, and you know what? I don't know, Angel. Even though he said that, I still find it hard to believe that they put that huge of a lore tab, and
Oh, come on.
just for
Don't
a
go all
troll.
Avengers 4 on us now.
No, well, I mean, like that. I mean, they've never done anything like this before. So if it is a true troll, which it seems to be, I gotta say I'm surprised.
They gave us
Well,
celery.
but the implications. All right, let's go. I'll follow you down this rabbit hole. Let's see where it leads. So the implication on that case 6, not 7, and the conspiracy stuff that's going on Reddit and the theories, the fan theories, Okay, so caches, add that together, throw it in the mix, bowl it, shake it up, throw it down. What do you got? You got Kate 6 coming back as Kate 7 because you pick up the parts.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the
We
quest.
can rebuild him.
Yeah, no. We can rebuild him. We got the parts. Oh, wait, we're missing the batteries. Anybody got AA?
Yeah.
Nope.
Use Kate's body to make a sparrow. Is that morbid? Probably.
Oh,
Yes.
I mean, I don't know because like
I like her.
yeah, I don't
I
know.
like her. Can we keep her?
I mean,
If I get a sparrow called Cade something,
he's a bucket of parts with an attitude, with a he's.
Oh yeah. It's like Goofy foot. You go down, it goes up. It's like inverted controls.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
And every time
I
you jump, it
regret
blows
saying
up.
anything. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, if he was gonna come back as an exotic sparrow, what would it be called?
Ramen.
Cade's spicy ride. I mean, like what?
Okay, that's
Yes.
Like what were we called?
Rated
What
T.
you just said for a
Rated T for
second,
teen.
please.
I mean, I don't know.
Rated for
Hey, ladies.
Hey, and Cade would be that way too. He'd be like, hey, why don't we go get some expired ramen or something?
Yeah, that sounds
Wait,
like
what?
like a mechanical bull ride or something.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Lord. They would have a horn on it. I know that.
Well, that escalated quickly.
All right.
I had thoughts. I'm not gonna share them.
Okay, yeah, let's
Let's just.
I mean, it's your podcast. You can do whatever you want. But like,
Yeah.
You had thoughts and you're not voicing them? What kind of podcaster are you?
What Cade would say if he was trying to like use his, Rico Suaveness on a date or something, but it probably wouldn't be PG. I don't know.
I actually keep going the extra mile.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that Kate is just a total buffoon moron and can't pick up ladies because he's too
That makes total sense. Like he seems like the roguish commander, but in front of a lady he's like a total like introvert, right? Like I could see.
I will not
Yeah.
discriminate against our fellow human beings who can get no attention.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a mood, right?
Yeah.
I feel it. It's relatable. But like, come on.
I love this. I had no idea we were gonna get down this path. In a
You
topic,
invited
and
me
it's,
on,
it's
man.
great. No, it's great. I love it.
Hey,
Like, what would
I
Cade
like
say on
the
a
idea
date?
of
That's a good
the
question.
Cade ride. That's Cade
Cade
Sparrow.
Cade's
Sparrow.
spicy ride. Yeah.
Cade
That's-
Spicy Sparrow.
I just don't like
Spicy
that it's
sparrow.
called that.
I just don't know what else it would be called. I mean,
I mean, you could call it the bucket of bolts, but then
bucket of bolts.
I mean, we already call him that, so like.
Cade's bucket of bolts. I like that.
Dude,
That
it-
should be an exotic sparrow. Like seriously, not made out of him, but like yeah.
No, made out of him.
She's like, no, definitely made out of it. Yeah.
It sounds so bad. Let him rest in peace. Leave our boy Cade alone. Let him
And all
die. Don't touch
guardians
him.
look at the corner and notice this new sweeper bot.
New sweeper bot. Oh god, that would be the worst. Like if he came back as a sweeper bot, like that would be the worst
The
demise.
disrespect.
Tragic.
Yeah, that'd be
Oh
tragic.
my god.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we don't need that.
I wouldn't do this anymore.
Okay, Jay's like, I'm done with this conversation. I can't do it.
Let's go back and never talk about
Okay,
that ever
well,
again.
this is a good-
Bungie,
this is
don't do it.
This is
Let's travel back to 5 minutes ago.
This,
And,
this is gonna be a good transition into since we're talking about controversial things. Regic's Claymore. Okay.
controversial. Do you get it?
Controversial. Contra. Yeah. Good job. So.
Okay, good job.
So okay. So two things. One is the Regic's Claymore.
Hey, we had Con. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we had Con last week, and everything was with a pun. And I just spent the week doing puns with Contra. Okay, so moving on.
It's
Hey,
the
might as
only way
well.
to live life,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, it works. But Regic's Claymore has stirred a hell of a shitstorm in the community, but it seems to have some redeeming qualities. We're going to go over that here quickly. So firstly, to start from the start of the topic, so Regic's Claymore is a pulse rifle with a very unique perk set, Outlaw, and a specialty perk called Desperado. Basically, once you activate Outlaw and reload the weapon, Desperado is active, and it takes the weapon's fire rate and almost maxes it out. But the thing that makes this weapon special is that even though it raises the rate of fire, the damage stays the same. So you essentially can melt people, which I'm guessing when the perk's active, it's like a 2 burst in the current sandbox. So this weapon was advertised originally to be only obtainable in the competitive playlist once you reached the Fabled rank. Okay, and then Bungie also stated originally that it was going to be retired at the end of Season 3, and that's it. If you got it, great. If you didn't, too bad, so sad. And it was meant to reward people that put in the time and the skill, and that's a type of reward that the community has been asking for since Destiny 1, and they finally gave it to us. Okay, so then fast forward to this past week when the TWAB came out. They announced that in Destiny 2 Forsaken, the Eredrix's Claymore will in fact be retired. However, the Eredrix's Broadsword will be a thing, and it's basically a carbon copy of the weapon, and it's going to have random rolls on it. So now in the TWAB, they didn't disclose how you would get this weapon. They just said that it would be available. So the initial knee-jerk reaction of the community was, what the hell? You said the Claymore was going to be exclusive, and now you're just going to give out the same exact weapon pretty much, and arguably a better version with random rolls. And, what the hell? You said it was going to be exclusive. So there's that. Then they did come out with what a day later, I believe, is when they tweeted out the steps for the broadsword and how you would acquire that. So before we get into the broadsword and the grind to get that, I want everybody's thoughts on the fact that they reneged on the statement of Claymore being exclusive to Season 3.
Let's start with our guest.
Just in general, how do I feel about it?
Yeah.
I didn't really care about it to begin with. I was never going to grind for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just thought initially, I was like, this doesn't affect me. Like, I don't have the energy to get mad. I understand why people were initially upset about it. But then when the Broadsword's quest was revealed to us, and it is as extensive as it is, like, I don't know. I feel like people are still going to have to work really hard just in a different way for it.
Right.
And everybody who got the Claymore got it first. And it may be identical, but it's still kind of like a status thing, like having an adept weapon, right?
Right.
I don't know. That's just sort of how I see it. But yeah, my opinions are not super extensive on the matter. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I totally agree with you. Like, I think people who have the quote-unquote year one version should be happy, you know? Like, the same thing happened, well, kind of the same thing happened in D1. When PS4 players had the exclusive Jade Rabbit and such. But then a year later, Xbox players got it, or whatever. But then people are like, oh, well, I thought this was just exclusive to us, not Xbox, you know? And I didn't really care, you know? I'm not that big into PvP anymore. I hardly play it. But it's like, with these quests coming out, I probably won't even get the broadsword. Because I don't play PvP that much to get it.
You don't have time to reset your Valor rank,
Yeah,
what, 5 times?
Five,
I think
5 times.
I have no idea what it is. It really? Holy cow, I know.
Yeah.
5 times.
Mhm.
5 times.
I was streaming and the viewer said, hey, you can reset your Valor rank. I'm like, really? Is that a thing? Where do I do that? And then I reset my Valor rank. I'm like, oh.
So
I had no idea that went on.
I do want to go over like the quest steps for the broadsword, but just before that, I want to just give everybody a chance to give their knee-jerk
Just
reaction.
wait a minute on the renege. On the renege. I mean, come on. I'm a bad shot on the Crucible. I'll admit to that. But if you're gonna give me a weapon that it's gonna have me go down through the Crucible and be like, hi-yo, Silver! Guardian dead! You know, and then you renege on that. You got a problem with me, Bungie. Don't do that to me again. There.
Oh my god. That was
Right over.
incredibly extra.
Oh, he's all about
I
it. It's
love it.
great.
I love it. No, it's
Yeah.
great. I can also say
Um,
like 2 pulse rifles are going to be really good
Oh yeah.
in this coming
Mm-hmm.
season. At least that's
Yeah.
what people are predicting.
Right.
So it's probably going to be really beneficial to have your claymore right out of the bat, because people are
True.
not going to have the broadsword week 1.
No, God no.
Probably. I
Not
mean,
for
I'm
a
sure there's
while.
somebody, some gremlin sitting in their basement who is going to like
I
do their
still-
damnedest.
I still say 6 weeks minimum.
Well, I don't know about
No,
6
I
weeks.
mean,
Maybe
well, it
for
depends.
me,
It
6
depends
weeks
on the
There'll be
minimum.
someone
But
in
like,
the first week that has it. I would bet
Yeah.
on it.
you know, there's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah,
somebody.
if
Someone
Right.
within a few. The
When
first
they
few days
complete
had
it,
Claymore.
they're gonna be like, Bungie, I can't believe you didn't release any content with Forsaken. This took me a week to do.
Right. I know. Yeah, there's always that
That's-
one, right?
It
Eating
really
Pop
is.
That's just
Tarts
how it's
and-
gonna go.
Yeah.
Like-
hours straight, and I am done in 3 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Terrible game.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
didn't sleep.
shit
I
game.
taped my eyelids open, and I finished
Yeah.
this entire.
Well,
Bungie,
yeah,
how
that's
could-
just
come on.
ridiculous. Bungie.
I
No.
put in a little bit of leeway between 72 hours and 60, just for sleeping purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. I don't know. It's funny. The ironic thing for me too is like working on Planet Destiny has left me with little time to play Destiny. I know that's like
Right.
super backward sounding. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like all the stuff that I do for
Makes
me,
sense.
it's like I don't actually get to sit down and play the game a lot unless I'm streaming. So, yeah.
I hear that.
So,
Yep,
so
we all hear that.
Jay and Eric,
crazy.
Jay and Eric, real quick, your thoughts on this, the exclusivity part of it, and then I'm gonna go into the broadsword quest steps, and then we'll talk about that.
So real quick, knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, like the exclusivity and all that.
Real quick reaction. What the hell? Seriously, that's kind of dumb. But I don't know. I don't know the steps yet. So, but
We're about
my
to break it
knee-jerk
down.
reaction-
Oh, just wait until you hear them. You will
Well,
feel
we're
better
about to break
about
it down,
it.
and then after I break that down, I definitely want to do a
Oh,
round
his
table.
audio.
Well, there he goes.
Yeah,
I'm
Oh,
here.
his audio.
Eric.
I'm here.
Oh, all right, go. Yeah, all right. What do you think, bud?
So, I'm honestly, I'm not surprised. I understand why the players that do have the Claymore, or the ones that will have the Claymore by the end of the season, are a little perturbed. But
Yeah.
this isn't honestly, like, this is not the first time where Bungie has said this is not coming back.
And then it did.
Something did, and it, yeah, like, and I had to think of like, all right, well, what example? Like, my father, the little backstory. Was it the last Iron Banner of year 1? This was the last Iron Banner before Taken King came out. My father got sick. I was out of town. Banner was live, and I see a message from Bungie, and they're advertising. Oh, hey, this is your last chance to get these certain emblems for Iron Banner. Once this Iron Banner's over, you can't get them. And I had my mind on other things, obviously, but it was gone. And then I looked. I didn't even realize that I didn't have it. I had thought I'd picked it up long before Banner was going to be over. But then they brought the Iron Banner emblems back whenever Rise of Iron came out. So, retrospect, yeah, I'm not surprised that they.
Yeah, they've done it with exotics too. There's a ton of exotics
Oh, yeah.
that
Yeah.
they said wouldn't come back, and they did.
Now,
But
don't
I
get
do-
me wrong. Go on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I do understand the frustration, but and I
Yeah.
tried to put myself in that position as well. Whereas if I were to have grinded for the Claymore and got it, how would I feel? And my position is, I'm maybe a little bit more sympathetic. I hate to see the people that I play with regularly miss out on stuff, even though whether they played enough to get it or not. I still like to see them at least get the opportunity to get something, and then I think their Bungie's, but I think they were a little aggressive with the requirements. But I mean, but rightfully so. If you play that aggressive to get the gun, then you definitely deserve some sort of exclusivity for. Is that even a word? Exclusivity for it.
Yeah, it is.
And they
But-
they did add.
You're good on the dictionary there.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
They did add. Okay, so my opinion, knee-jerk reaction, I was pissed. I was like, so I have like a 0.9 KD. I'm terrible at Crucible. I'm obviously never going to get it. I don't have the time to grind for it, and that's fine. But I do feel for the people that did bust their ass in a busted meta with a really ambitious goal set in the first place by Bungie. So this is definitely a double-edged sword kind of a situation, and I'm just pissed at so Outlaw and Desperado is what people chase, not the name of the gun, not the other perks that come on the gun. That's the perk set that makes the weapon, right? So the fact that people worked their tails off and earned it and were told by Bungie it's gone. And season 3 ends, it's gone. The fact that they reneged on that is a real big slap in the face in my opinion. Now, however, since they've added what these steps for the broadsword are, so aside from the broadsword and the quest steps that they released, that's one thing, but the people who own the Claymore now are getting, as a consolation I suppose, they're going to get immediate access to the broadsword right out the gate. They are going to get an exclusive emblem because they earned the Claymore, so that's pretty cool. So those couple of things. Oh, and the lore, the lore associated with the Claymore will be its own thing separate from the broadsword as well. So there is all that. And then they released the broadsword quest steps, which are as follows. Step 1. In the Crucible, defeat 200 opponents with pulse rifle final blows. Now, the rest of these steps I'm going to line out. None of the things that are in these steps are retroactive, because step 8 requires you to reset your Valor rank 5 times. So if between step 1 and 7 I reset my Valor rank, those don't count. It doesn't start until you reach said step. Just take note of that. So step 1, 200 opponents defeated with pulse rifle final blows. Step 2, reach Valor rank heroic. Step 3, in the Crucible, earn 75 double plays. Step 4, defeat 150 opponents with precision final blows from any pulse rifle. Step 5, defeat 50 opponents with arc final blows. Defeat 50 opponents with solar final blows, and 50 opponents with void final blows. Step 6, defeat 25 Crucible matches in quick play, rotators count. Complete 25 Crucible matches in competitive and 25 in Rumble. And then you go to step 7, complete 20 Crucible bounties. And then you can start step 8, which is resetting your Valor rank 5 effing times in a single season.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Yep.
And then step 9 is visit Lord Shaxx and claim your reward. So this is a huge. So the contrast, in terms of like how I feel about it.
By the way, Helmet, can you fax me that list? Thank you.
It's gonna take about a week. Okay.
Send it to you by carrier pigeon.
Yeah, by carrier. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Of course.
Yes, please.
So,
Smoke signals accepted.
So once they put this out, that did ease the pain a little bit, and for a lot of people, it eased it a lot, because when you look at the time commitment alone to do this, so what they turned it into is not so much a skill-based objective as it is a time investment objective. And it, and skill obviously plays into that. For people that are higher of skill, they're going to get through those kills and final blows a lot faster. But it's really a time commitment, right? So they changed the requirements for this weapon from having a high skill threshold to a high time investment threshold, which I want y'all's thoughts on this, because to me, I think it does ease the blow quite a bit. I don't agree with it from the standpoint of it being an exclusive based on skill, because they're now it's not even about skill, it's about time investment. So I have my opinions on that. But what about the casual folks that can only play a couple hours a week, that have a day job and a family and kids? And I mean, how are they? This is a lot. What do y'all think about this?
I mean, so about the casual comment, we got the way Destiny 2 is now, or before, all these updates because Bungie was trying to cater to the casual, and we didn't like it. So
Right.
now we're getting this.
Filthy
So
casual.
yeah, and nothing wrong being casual. It's just that then you give us much to do and not much to grind for. Now we have something to grind for. So I like it. It doesn't use the blow, and I think after hearing all that, it's like okay, okay, all right, I can respect it.
Yeah. Can I also reiterate that you have to reset your rank 5 times?
Yeah,
one season.
That's the big thing, right? And
that's huge.
I hope and pray that Bungie plans to implement these double and triple valor weekends and stuff often, and I hope they put the mayhem in the rotation a lot too, because when you talk about these Arc, Solar, and Void final blows, I immediately think of mayhem. So if it's a weekend with triple valor and mayhem, like, let's freaking go. That's gonna knock out a lot of this, right?
Yeah.
So I think they need to do that to help ease the pain of this grind for people that may not have as much time. But I agree with Jay. We want a grind to earn a weapon, and this is more than I expected. But let's go.
Oh yeah,
let's do it.
Grind.
You know
also,
what I mean?
like as far as like future Crucible and like comp rewards, I think they should be cosmetics, because this just proves that Bungie doesn't want to stick to their guns as far as weapons goes. Like,
well, I mean, because like in the past, competitive stuff has been cosmetic, right? Like you go to the lighthouse, you get your
ornaments,
adept weapon, which is just a recolor, and then you get your ornaments for your trials gear and like all that stuff. And that was definitely like, if you want your status thing, there it is, right? Like you could just put on all your gear and be like, look at me, I'm a tryhard. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
like that's the way it was.
Puff off your chest. Yeah, look what I got.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
These exotic tryhard pants.
Even
they glow. They have a
even
snake on them.
Radiant dance pants.
Even in other games like COD, like you prestige your whatever rank
10-time prestige,
whatever it is. You get like
different
you get some skins and emblems. I don't play much COD, but yeah, I know a little bit. So yeah, cosmetic stuff only.
I agree. Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah, I think they should be cosmetic going forward. That would make a lot more sense.
Yeah, you know what? Take all the shit out of the Eververse and put it for cosmetics for comp rewards or whatever. Like, just do away with. I still want Eververse gone out of the damn game. Like, I mean, okay. With that being said, I do like that they're bringing back the Prismatic Matrix for all of Season 4, and they're adding bounties for that with Bright Dust. So they arguably are making it a lot more accessible. But it's still loot boxes. I don't give a damn how you slice it. Like, I don't, if it's direct purchase only options, that's great. As long as I can also earn it in the game. But loot boxes, RNG boxes.
We're going down the really slippery down
rabbit
hole.
I don't want to.
I have a lot of thought about this, but I'll save it for another time.
$10 for an emote without the option to earn it. I just want to throw up. But anyway. Yeah. So
I don't know. I don't care about the source. I'm like on the exact opposite end of the spectrum where I'm like,
yeah,
microtransactions. Like I don't care. I just don't care.
It's like what Helmet said. Yeah. Like, so like take him out Eververse and put his towards something you can grind for, like comp. It's like ornaments or
right, like
put them in comp.
There's an emote for the raid, the one where you're sitting on Callus's throne or whatever, that exotic emote. You get that from doing the raid. Like, I would love to see stuff like that for comp, cosmetic wise. That'd be really cool.
Exclusive, yes. It's an intended game. You won't have the advantage of someone who doesn't have Regix Claymore. I mean, it's fair.
So that new hand cannon, the Luna's Howl, looks to be the Regix Claymore of Season 4. What do y'all think they're gonna do though? With the way they're treating the Claymore and how they're changing up the grind for that, what do you think the Luna's Howl grind will be, since it's probably most likely going to be tied to competitive?
Honestly, don't know. I kind of wish they just put that for something else and just choose the cosmetic idea. I have no idea how they would do this now.
Yeah, no idea.
They really missed the mark, I think, in what they thought the player attainment rate was going to be.
Oh yeah, that number was low. It was only like 8,200 or something.
Yeah, let's even if you just round up to like at the time. So like, if you're generous and you round up to like say 10,000 players by the time Season 4 rolls out. That'll still be less than
10,000 players got the Claymore, roughly.
That'll still be less than 1% of what was the active player base, say, last week.
Right.
People that actually have the Claymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they expected to put a weapon out there and people would, clamor for it and just flood the competitive playlist. But I think the problem really lies in the competitive playlist, where it's just, for a lot of people, it's just not fun. There's problems with, the ranking system and matchmaking and penalties, and it's just really, you get there's a lot of things in the competitive playlist that just sucks the air out of sucks the fun out of the experience.
Sucks the ether right out of the servitor, right?
The game mode. The game modes
there's
aren't
a lot
fun
of
either.
servitors to suck the.
The game modes aren't.
There was a lot of servitors.
I heard. I'm not sure if it's somewhat. I'm not sure if it's true. I heard someone say that control might be in comp in some extent now.
Yep, they're adding
Oh
control.
yeah, they are.
That's
adding,
good. That's good.
Yes,
that's good.
They're bringing back the radar too.
I mean,
That's where the radar
big.
thing was where I was like, I don't want to play comp. It's just annoying.
Yeah,
surprisingly,
because the audio cues
aren't there
in this game are not where
there.
they should be if you're not going to have a radar.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
That's my number one thing. Like Overwatch, I play a lot of Overwatch, and Overwatch has no radar, but I can navigate it because there's audio cues. Like that's my take on the no radar.
Every other shooter has audio cues that you can hear.
Yeah.
PUBG, Overwatch, COD. I mean, they all, like Bungie, and Bungie said they're gonna do it. I'm like, where's it at?
I mean, as a streamer,
they did
it's
it,
great,
but
because you can play music and you don't really need the sound, right?
Yeah.
Destiny's one of the only games where I can blast the music and still play the game and successfully. While other games, yes, like you said, you have to. No, I play. Sometimes I play Fortnite. I can't have any sound at all because I need to be aware of when that guy's gonna walk behind me.
Yeah. I have to have
SMG and spray down.
Oh man.
Yep. If you're gonna hit the chug jug, you got to make sure you're listening.
Yeah, as soon as you hear those steps anywhere in those games, it's the audio cues. But it's part of the fun for me for playing Destiny and streaming it is the ability to do it.
Wait. Did you just say Destiny streaming fun in the same sentence? Did you just?
Oh no, I'm a heretic. Burn me now.
Heretic.
It's been really fun streaming Destiny the last couple weeks, man. It's been really fun.
I tell you what, I'm so excited for this expansion, man. I probably haven't been this excited since probably Taken King was getting announced, and I mean, there's so much new, like just the weapon slots alone. I'm so eager to try. The new supers. I want to be a Titan and fly around like Superman and be an idiot. Like I can't wait. Yeah.
Different rockets again.
I mean, they gave us a playlist with Scorch Cannons. Like, this is. I like the new Bungie. Like.
New Bungie, we like you. Stay.
Yeah.
Stay longer.
I like this whole philosophy of let's just break everything. Like, this is great.
Yeah, that's what Bungie did. They were like, "You want extreme? Well, here you go."
Yeah.
We're gonna break everything and we're gonna fix it later. I don't know when. We're gonna fix it later.
We're gonna. Go down the streets of the Crucible in our Cade's spicy ride and Scorch Cannon and just lay waste to everything. Like
Cade's spicy ride.
I don't know.
Stop.
Yeah, I know he's like, just don't do it.
I still hate it.
Yeah,
it's growing on me. It's growing on me. I'm kind of liking it.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to come up with a name for turning Cade into an exotic sparrow.
Yeah, we have to make it clear that it's not Cade's sparrow. It is Cade.
It is. It is. Cade.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's Cade himself.
I don't know. You gotta go something with his
line.
personality, sort of mischievousness. You gotta say something funny about it.
Like
the dead metal bitch.
The dead.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and not
Can I swear? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're totally fine.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Or ride my Cade or something. I don't know. My cadence or whatever.
Oh no.
Like does that sparrow that sparrow doesn't take gas? You just pour bowls of spicy ramen in it and it fuels it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could put that for trails. These like squiggly things.
Like squiggly ramen noodles like coming out.
It's just like noodles out of the exhaust.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that would confuse the hell out of the Vex. They'd be like, "What the hell is that?"
Okay.
What is this?
The only way I'll accept Cade as a sparrow in the game is if his persona is like Jarvis to the Sparrow, so like he gets to talk to us while we're riding him, and like he
somehow made
talks
this
to
more
us.
morbid.
He talks to us. He's like, take it easy. You're gonna blow a bulb, like quit, take it easy on the turns, Guardian. Like, let's not get crazy here,
Implying Cade would ever tell you to take it easy with anything.
Yeah, he'd probably be
Right.
like, thanks for taking me with you, even if I have to be your Sparrow. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like you crash or fall out the map and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, did I do that?"
I was gonna say something, but never mind.
Yeah.
Alice, come here.
Well,
What? We got another one that thinks and ideas and doesn't say it on a podcast. What kind of podcaster are you?
yeah, I don't know.
I'm keeping it
All right, keep it to yourself.
M for
Moving
mature.
on.
Keep it M for mature. This is way past M.
Yeah.
Doug.
Yeah.
Doogie. Yes. Change subject. Dogs.
Did y'all see the new exotic emote with the Guardian like hitting the swing with nobody on it thingy, and it's like
Yes,
raining?
I've-
Like, does anyone know what that's
good.
from? I have no. Like, it's the weirdest thing to me.
I have no idea what it looks
It's not.
hilarious.
It's
I
just
want
your
it.
Guardian's lonely, and
Yeah, like I don't.
That's me on
yeah,
PC.
Like, I think
I
that's
don't
the
know,
perfect
but I'm
emote for when
thinking
you
just
Sorry.
created
fail.
a new section, sir, where we need to demonstrate the newest emote.
Like if you fail,
gotcha.
if you fail the prestige and like, or like that would have been perfect when Galahorn was a thing and you accidentally blew yourself up. Like someone plays that emote after you blew yourself up. Like, well, so sad. I don't know. But well, anyway, we are at the end of
there
our
is.
time here this evening. Oh yeah, there's the emote. Yeah, Jay's playing it on the stream. Yeah, it's just like the
that
loneliest.
is the ugliest looking Titan I think I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know. Tefty's
That-
pumpkin Titan is pretty bad.
They're
Oh
all
I
yeah,
don't know,
okay,
he-
yeah, that is true. Tefty's pumpkin
Yeah.
Titan like takes the cake.
Yeah, that's like it's
They're all
pretty
bad.
bad.
That boy is a thing of nightmares.
Yeah.
Yeah, that armor. It's like, ugh.
Well, all right, everybody. Well, we do have to call it a night tonight. We're a little over on time, but Moon, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. It has been a pleasure. Seriously.
Yeah. Thanks again for approaching me at GuardianCon and being like, "Hey, do you want to do this?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, she's like, only if you leave me alone, you weirdo. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I appreciated you hanging out. That was
No, I just Planet Destiny. Is I've been watching since the beginning, all the way up until now, with your, takeover, as it were, and with your new leadership. I think you guys do an awesome job and continue to really be a really big influence in the community. So I really personally appreciate the work you do and the work that all of you do. So thank y'all for that. And
we try very hard.
and
Sometimes
it is
we're still
appreciated.
figuring things out a little bit, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
we do what we
I know.
can.
But
basically.
everyone, I'm sure everyone here on the show and everyone that's listening appreciates everything y'all do. And once again, are happy to have you, and you're welcome anytime. So
Yeah, thanks. Feel free
we
to
just
ask.
expect our
So,
content hot off the presses on Tuesday morning.
if it's
Of
not, yeah, if it's
He's
not
all about that punctuality.
hell yeah, hey, that's what it's all about.
Hey,
Sorry,
man.
buddy, not here.
So if it's not already obvious, where can everybody find you at PD and on your personal social media and all that?
Well, you can find Planet Destiny by searching Destiny News _net on Twitter, Planet Destiny on YouTube, Planet _Destiny on Twitch, and me. You can find me at Moonvald on Twitter and on Twitch, twitch.tv/Moonvald. Yeah.
Mhm.
We also have a website for Planet Destiny that's going to get an overhaul. It's just planetdestiny.com.
Y'all run the LFG as well, right?
Yeah, that's probably the update for that is probably going to be a little bit longer
Right.
in the making, but people still use it. So
Oh yeah, I use it. Yeah.
I
Good.
use it. I've used
Yeah.
it for a while.
Oh yeah.
Oh
We
yeah.
all use it still for sure.
I have to give it everything a little bit of facelift. I have so much to do.
Oh,
Sounds like
Anyway.
a web design and HTML
Yeah.
encoding background over there.
You can take them outside.
Ooh. Yeah.
Mm.
all right. So Miss Angel, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at angel_Z3RO and Twitch at angelZ3RO.
Awesome. Miss the
Sorry,
puppies.
puppy.
Oh, puppies.
He's screaming.
Mr. Erik Digital, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Erik_Digital_.
CrayZJaye.
Mr. J.
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Couldn't let it go. Couldn't let you go.
You guys can find me at
Mr.
Twitch.
J.
Stop.
I didn't do it this time.
I know you held back. I saw your face. Twitch.tv/CrayZJaye on Twitch.
All right. And Mr. Contra.
I make things easy for everybody, so you can get on your browser and type in https://www.contrabang.com, and you will go to wherever I need you to go.
Well,
Nah, I'll just go on Twitch and find you there.
yeah, Contra.
Fine. It's also Contrabang on YouTube, and also Contrabang on Twitter, and also Contrabang on Twitch. So if you want to go anywhere of those, just look for Contrabang, and yeah, you shall find him there.
There you go.
Yeah, you shall find him there.
My name is The Helmet Fire. You can follow me on Twitter at The Helmet Fire. You can also follow my YouTube, where I occasionally make slightly interesting videos on Destiny, whether they be montages or machinimas. I do have my first machinima project coming out very soon, so stay tuned for that. If you like what you're listening to on Travelers Podcast, you can follow us on Twitter at TravelersPC. You can check the show live every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/TravelersPodcast. You can also find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, and of course YouTube. And we appreciate everybody listening into the show. If you do have any questions for the crew that you want answered live on the show, go ahead and hit us up on our Twitter. We'd love to hear from you and have you join in on that conversation. So that's going to be it for this week, and we'll see you all next time on Travelers.